I just got one carry on, it's my boat.
They're always there. Hey, Blair, 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 Blair. There we go.
Ooh, that's the man.
Nice.
That's the man.
Nice.
On the stormy sky too, brother. How about that, huh?
Let's go then.
Anytime now, it's slowing down, right?
Tide's slowing down. We're gonna start getting some, we should get quite a bit more activity than what we were having early.
Cool beans. Well, we're fishing, believe it or not, we ain't in Florida. Not on the East Coast, not on the Gulf. We are on the Pacific side. We got Oregon right here, home of Bigfoot. Washington over there, home of Sasquatch. Fishing with Capt Trevor Storlie with Red's Guide Service.
Red's Guide Service.
And we're sturgeon fishing today. We're gonna see what happens. I gotta get this fish off my bucket list. I've been waiting since the 2nd grade to get this fish. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna see what happens with the almighty sturgeon here.
There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go.
Whack him?
Yeah, hit him. Got him?
Oh, and he's on the blue one, baby.
He's on the blueberry.
On the blueberry.
There we go, nice and easy. Yeah, we got a lot of current to deal with.
How tight you going to drag? About how many pounds?
Just work him. He's gonna do his thing. He's probably not a monster. Just, oh, almost. Is he stripping you?
Yeah.
That might be a big boy. Getting some current, getting some line on you.
I'm gonna baby this one, Trevor. I gotta be real careful on my first sturgeon.
Okay, we got another rod coming in underneath you, Blair. So just be careful in case you get hung up with that other line.
I don't feel it. Should be all right. Will they do a big run when they see the boat?
It's hard to tell right now, Blair. Once they get up closer to the boat, a lot of times they'll cork some line, but in this real heavy current, they just kind of do their own thing. If he was a real big one, he'd really be ripping right now. Even if he was a keeper size, he'd be stripping quite a bit of line off. A lot of times they'll come right up to the boat too, and then they'll grow some legs and take off. But we've got a lot of lead on right now, so that's gonna make quite a bit of difference.
There's enough lead on this thing to tire the fish out.
Yep. Till this tide slows down, once we get down to that 4-ounce lead, then we'll really start, you'll really be able to tell what you got going.
Got a good head shake going on. Is he hanging on the bottom now?
Well, he's giving you a pretty good, he's giving you some heat now. No, you probably got him off the bottom. He's just getting, once they kind of get up about halfway and they start seeing the light of day, they're gonna start doing their thing.
Well, it ain't the stormy skies, Rod. What'd you call?
Oh, that's a keeper.
That ain't a bad fish at all.
That's a nice one.
Trevor's a part of Wright McGill also. He designed these rods here called Stormy Skies. We'll show them to you here in a little bit.
We were going toe for toe in that.
Look at that fish. What a beautiful, look at that.
Salt flat rod. I can't gauge what's going on with that rod. I'm not used to him. Okay, this is a keeper. So keep him coming up and we'll just keep gliding him. Put that bad boy in the net if we can get him in there. There we go.
Rock and roll, brother.
You guys are eating fillets tonight, buddy.
Eating sturgeon. How about that, huh? It's like a great big armor-plated catfish.
That's a nice one. Blair's first sturgeon out here on his rod, a keeper.
All right.
These things are extremely hard to find. Okay, I got a good hold on him now. So, these scutes, we'll get him up in the light a little bit. But can you see those scutes on those razor blades?
Right there, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why we grab them with the towel, because they will cut you. And the longer they're in salt, the sharper and bigger they get.
For all the folks down in Florida who says, what in the world's Blair doing sturgeon fishing? What's their meat texture like? What do they taste like?
They taste just like halibut.
Like
They're a little bit sweeter meat than halibut. Yep. Hang on to that rope. Hang on to the towel, Blair.
Prehistoric. Finally off the bucket list. Well, I appreciate it, Trevor. If y'all ever get a chance to head up here to the Northwest, got Washington on that side, Oregon on that side, Capt Trevor Storlie, come give it a shot. Get it off your bucket list too. We'll be right back with some more addictive fishing, hopefully one about 9 feet long.
And we're looking for the big boy.
All right, we'll be right back.
Let's go then.
There he is.
Nice.
Oh, that one's taking a little drag.
Addictive Fishing is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Minn Kota, anywhere, anytime. Humminbird, simply, clearly better. Wright and McGill, real gear for real fishermen. And by Laser Sharp, sharper, stronger, longer.
Over there.
Well, welcome back, folks. We're still sitting here waiting for the sturgeon to pop up and having a good time with Trevor here, and I see that he's running a Humminbird. Same stuff we use down in Florida, where we find the little ridges that the fish run along, like the tarpon when they run down the beach. They're always running these lines. And Trevor was telling me he uses the side imaging on this finder here the same way we use it down there to locate the fish. But the side imaging that Humminbird's got these days. You also take a look at this. It's showing one coming right across the screen right now. You say that's fish right there?
That's probably a keeper sturgeon right there. He's suspended, and we'll have fish coming down. The ones that we're looking for are down below, but these fish will go by, and all of a sudden you'll see a rod get hit, and he's actually line bumping that rod. The fish we're looking for are the guys that are sucked tight to the bottom. That's when they're feeding real heavy. Typically, when this current goes out like this, those fish will be sucked down real heavy, and as the current goes out, that's what sucks them down, makes them feed. Right as we get along the edge, that side finding capability just gives us such a huge advantage over the rest of the guides that don't have this, because we can see the fish from a bird's eye view right along those ledges, and I literally just, hey, there they are, throw the anchor, and we cast to them.
Cool beans.
There you go, Blair, back rod, back rod, back rod, back rod.
There he is.
Nice.
Oh, that one's taking a little drag.
You got some, whoa, this could be our big boy. That's acting like an oversized right there, boys.
That's a big fish.
That's a big boy. We got to go with him, guys. We got to go with him.
Chasing him like a tarpon. Oh, hold on.
Okay, we're going to take off
stopped.
this
He
fish.
stopped.
Is he into you?
Yeah, he stopped.
May have turned him. But if he decides to go, Blair, we may have to go with him. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy out of the road real quick.
How tight do you go on the drags?
Oh, you don't want to crank it completely tight, because if it's a big boy, which I'm thinking it probably is, it's a good fish.
Feels pretty good.
He's either a real big keeper or he's possibly an oversized. He's not doing that first initial rip. Usually when it's a big oversize.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
wrapped.
there he goes.
He's wrapped, or that, or he's on a rock.
No, that's just a big boy. I think from the way you got him turned, Blair, that we're looking at another keeper possibly.
Another keeper, huh?
How do you like those rods, Blair?
So far they're working pretty good. I might have to get me a Flats Blue made up like this. I feel that head shaking. Hey, he just got a weird fight to him. Unlike
Every one of them's different.
I like the clarity of this water. You never know how big he is until he's like 6 inches underneath the water. Oh, there he is.
It's probably a short keeper. I thought he was gonna be a lot bigger than that.
Oh,
But he might
look
make
at that sturgeon, baby.
He's gonna be real close. But I think he might just, I think he's just a little under, but we're gonna measure him anyway. Okay, let's see what we got. If he makes 41,
He's gonna be close.
Now, this fish, you see the salt difference in this guy? See those scutes?
Yeah.
This guy's fresh out of the ocean.
And you say the scutes get more pronounced in the fresh water?
You see how much sharper that one is?
Yeah.
Be real careful. As they get out in that salt water, they'll start growing those scutes on there, and they are super, super sharp. And what that's for is so when fish come up behind them and try and eat them when they're babies, that's real sharp and they can't swallow them. It cuts them and they spit them right back out. That's why these guys are prehistoric and made it through the Ice Age, because
Fish this size, how old is this one?
that guy's right there. He's probably 7 or 8 years old, right in there. But they have a growth spurt at 3, 7, and 9, and then after about 12, they kind of go through a stage where they just grow real slow, and then right back after about 12, 13, then they start getting into that oversized range, and they don't really have a spurt like they normally do. But Basically, that's a really, really healthy fish right there. That's a beautiful keeper. You see how they almost have like a copper tint to them, a bronze tint through them? I mean, they almost feel like metal. I mean, it's like sandpaper and it's almost like metal.
Kind of like a shark skin almost, it feels like a little bit.
It's quite, I wish they'd make wallets or purses or something out of it because they'd last forever.
Hey, maybe you can find a new trade. A wallet that'll make it through the ice age,
It might hurt your butt. Might hurt your butt driving around in the truck, but other than that, that's why I wear the gloves. I don't want to be grabbing these guys, but
Don't want to get that?
yep,
That right there?
Blair's been bit by a sturgeon, and they don't have teeth.
All right, let's get a
Let's see
measure.
what we got on this guy. He's gonna be real close, Blair. Real close. Okay, get his nose there. Yeah, inch short.
Sure. Well, let me release that
Yep.
puppy.
Got him? Go ahead, fling that bad boy back in the creek.
Number 3 that didn't go in the bucket. And off he goes. How about that, huh? Good
Let's
job,
see
brother.
if we can't get these rods back in the river and get another one, huh?
Sounds good. Well, we rig up again. Y'all stay tuned. Enjoy these words from our sponsors, and we're gonna rig up. I'm gonna catch me another sturgeon.
Let's go then.
There we go.
Ooh, that's the man.
Nice.
That's the man.
Nice. We're back. We need the freight trainer is what we need right now.
Well, welcome back, folks. We're in constantly changing conditions here on the Columbia River. Any of y'all that's ever fished this, it changes almost like the weather changes in Florida. Every 5 minutes you get a different scenery. But still sitting here waiting for the sturgeon to kick off before the tide totally stops, and let's see what happens.
What's going on is they're waffling around. You'll see those big ships swinging around. Tide will be coming in. The whole boats will start to swing. So if they keep cruising on upriver, we'll get another half hour out of this tide again, and they'll still continue to leapfrog and stay on that bite.
So you always got the big indicators back here, the ship sitting there?
They're always there. Hey, Blair, 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 Blair. There we go. Ooh.
That's the man.
Nice.
That's the man.
Nice. We're back.
On the stormy sky too, brother. How about that, huh?
Oh, we got a double going too. Uh-oh.
This is a good fish here.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. Coming up.
He's into this guy a little bit, I can feel you. Just hold that one straight up in the air.
I don't think it's as big as I thought he was. But he's a good one. Oh, there's another one.
I got you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he came over.
Never fails when you got a bunch of rods out.
Oh,
Huh?
that's how it works. That's how it works. It's gonna be a quagmire, but just do what you can do.
Don't you just love quagmires? There he is, right in the quagmire.
That's a keeper. That drag's really tight.
You almost need a tuna door. Are we gonna land him on that side or this side?
Yeah, we can go this way. Let's go this way.
Get him up here. That's a pretty fish, brother.
You ready?
I are ready.
There we go. There we go.
Not a bad one.
It's gonna be real close, but I think
I'm
he
definitely
makes
getting
it.
my sturgeon fill for the day. 38 years worth of waiting, finally getting the sturgeon fix done. Now what he's done with these trocars here, he's actually taken a pair of pliers and bent the barb down on them because you're not allowed to use hooks with barbs up here on them. But we'll show you that rig here in a little bit. Show you how he's perfected his sturgeon fishing. Take a look at that fish. What a pretty fish.
They're wild.
Unbelievable.
No bones.
All
Those are-
cartilage, huh?
Yep.
So I guess their next kin would be a shark then, huh?
Pretty close to it. The only thing is they've got gills and the shark's got the
That
little vents.
That little open gill right there. You know,
Yeah.
Most time fish have it cover the whole gill.
This
The
right
factory
here.
glands.
Yep. Yeah, they can smell real well. That right there is a false gill, and behind it, see this right here?
Yeah.
There's kind of a soft spot. That's super, super sharp. So guys a lot of times will get in there to try and hold them up by that gill, and that's like a razor blade. It's a double gill right there. And guys will try and pick those fish up, you know, like they're holding a regular fish with a gill, and you got to be extremely careful that you just get that membrane. Otherwise, if you catch that false gill, it'll cut the heck out of you.
Nice. You said you can leave these guys out of the water. You've left them in your garage when you were a kid for a day, and they.
Yeah, Mom really liked it when they started puffing a day later before we cut them up.
That's wild. Well, let's throw this guy back in so somebody else can come catch him. And if y'all ever want to do this, it's Red's Guide Service. Well, where can they find you on the web?
Columbia River, redsguideservice.com.
Well, redsguideservice.com, you can come get your bucket filled and catch you a barbally chinned white sturgeon. Toss him.
Toss him.
See ya, buddy.
Away he goes.
Off he goes. Dude, awesome fishing. Awesome fishing. I posted something on the website saying I was coming up here and people wouldn't believe us fishing in rain slickers and sweatshirts and freezing, but if y'all ever get a chance to come do it, fishing is fishing and catching is catching. And when you can fill your bucket list, do it. Let's rig up and get another one.
I'm down with that.
Let's go then.
Get him, get him, get him, get him. There you go.
There he is.
Addictive Fishing is brought to you by DOA Lures, the unfair advantage. Florida's Space Coast, Orlando's closest beaches. Starbright, the worldwide leader in marine, automotive, and RV care products. Fins, the world's first situational spectra fiber fishing line. Costa Del Mar sunglasses. See what's out there. And by Seagar, the inventor and world leader in fluorocarbon fishing line. Rig It Right by Wright & McGill.
On today's Rig It Right segment, I'm going to show you what Capt Trevor and I were out there using today. I was using one of his rods, which is called a Stormy Sky rod. It's still the S-curve technology made by Wright & McGill. One thing that's different about ours, this one's 9 foot 3 inches long, and it's a 2-piece rod. It's got great sensitivity when you're out there throwing the weights down and they're sitting down on the bottom, because we were using weights. I mean, there was some heavy weights. These are small compared to what we were using. We were using actually these ball weights up to 24 ounces to hold them down on the bottom there on the Columbia River. The current running through there, sometimes that's not even enough. When I wasn't using the flats blue sticks of mine, I was using Capt Trevor's, and it was getting the job absolutely done on those sturgeon today. The hooks we were using were trocar hooks, and we got them rigged up with fins here as our leader, because these fish aren't leader shy. They're way down on the bottom feeding. It's nice and muddy. They're not gonna see it. And there's a different way that he was putting the baits on that I've never seen before. What he does with these little sand shrimp, and the ugliest little sand shrimp, and they stink, but I tell you what, the sturgeon love them. And he was putting them on the trocar hooks and just putting little 3/2 inches around them to hold them on the hook a little better. Because when those sturgeon come up, they like to suck it in their mouth, and you'll see the tube on their mouth, and when that thing comes down, and they just start kind of chewing and knocking on it. As soon as you see your rod tip start twitching, definitely give it a good hook set. You see me swinging that rod about as hard as I can. That's because there's a lot of play in these rods, just so there's a lot of sensitivity. That was your sturgeon rig using 65-pound test fins, and I was using the XS, and it was flat getting the job done on those sturgeon out there today. Remember one thing though, if you ever go fishing up here, every fishing season starts at Dick's.
Rig It Right by Wright & McGill.
Starting to waffle.
Normally they book off.
Well, welcome back, folks. As you can see, we're in conditions here that, I don't know, what do you think these conditions are gonna do to these fish?
It's slowed down quite a bit with the tide coming in like this. You know, it's starting to waffle like this. We're gonna just start going out. It's pretty quiet right now.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the Mogan shows. Here we go.
Hey,
There we go.
right here.
Come on, baby, come on. Be a big one. I think he took that one up current.
Get him. There you go.
There he is. He went right down current, didn't he? I
Tide's
don't think he's the Mogan, but
tide's turning.
yeah, it's a little guy. Coming right up to us. Hopefully it's a little guy. If it's not, he's gonna turn around and go 180 degrees the other way. Oh, where you at, dude? On the Stormy Sky, how big are you? Oh.
Just under keeper range.
He's a shaker.
just under keeper range.
Ooh, swallowed that one too.
Quality shaker.
A quality shaker.
Come here, buddy. Go pop you in here. Watch out for the hooks.
Got that hook out?
Yep.
You gotta like those barbless hooks, huh?
I like the barbless hooks.
Let's see this guy. One thing I've always wanted to show on a sturgeon is what their mouth does here. This is a pretty good specimen to do it with. You see that sucker mouth there? Actually extends out. Is that the weirdest thing you've ever seen in your life or what? Hello. Got the little barbels there going on.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
That's
cool.
their feelers.
Check
All
that
right.
out. Well, Mr. Sturgeon, you've been good to us. You got off my bucket list and I love you. Thank you. Off you go. Well, Trevor, brother,
time.
I appreciate you pulling that off my bucket list for me. What I mean by the bucket list is when you have a fish that you want to catch, anybody that doesn't know what a bucket list is, you got to get them off your bucket list before you can't fish anymore. If you ever want to do it, give Captain Trevor here a call at, what's your guide service?
Red's Guide Service, redsguideservice.com.
redsguideservice.com, look him up. You can come catch you a sturgeon, get it off your bucket list. Don't forget about the website, addictivefishing.com. Till next week, who knows where we'll be. We'll see you.
Check out more footage from this show by logging on to addictivefishing.com for outtakes and bloopers.
That's your best side.
Back rod.
Reel and whack.
You get him? Got him.
Nope. Oh. All right, Trevor, you said when the time.